Psychonauts 2. What's so bad about it? Well, the combat is bad. It drags the game down, especially when the combat gets harder and there's more enemies that fill the screen. The sequel to Psychonauts, with 16 years of waiting, was it worth the wait? I just recently played Psychonauts. I love everything about it, but the overall gameplay part of it. So does the sequel improve on that? Short answer is yes. Yes, it does. They have found a way to bring back a classic and modernize it. I was impressed, so let's get right into it with the first thing you notice, the graphics. Bright colors, improved character models, attention to detail. Almost every level pops. It's creative and memorable. It's like a Pixar movie come to life. Part of the game reminds me of Back to the Future. With Ford Crawler, reminds me of Doc, even.
You've got to come back with me. Where? Back to the future.
There had to be some inspiration from that series. Gameplay may be the weakest part of the game. It just works. You have a basic attack button, a dodge, a jump, but what adds to the combat is your side powers, which you can use throughout the level to complete different tasks and for finding collectibles and secrets. The game brings back a lot from the original. The character models are so much better, which you can't harp on the original too much since the game was on an OG Xbox. The game keeps its creativity, quirkiness, great writing, memorable characters, and puns. This game is full of puns.
You don't bite people, do you?
Only if their name is Ferris.
So if you find puns cringy, this game will get under your skin so fast. So you'll either find it funny or a drag to hear the dialogue.
Good morning, bitches!
Which there's a lot of. Speaking of puns, why was the pun a bad comedian? He never got the punch line right.
Boo! You stink!
Yeah, other than that, this game is definitely fun. It's a large improvement from the first, in my opinion. There are new characters, old characters, and they are more developed. Raz's family makes an appearance with his dad from the first game. Agent Foresight, even her name is a pun. Reminded me so much of Amanda Waller from Batman.
My name is Amanda Waller. I am not your mother, your maiden aunt, or your friend. I am your warden, and you are my prisoners.
I like how they mix the original together with how platformers are expected to be in this day and age so well. The levels when you enter one of the characters' minds.
Would you mind if I made a quick and very quiet, wellness check inside your mind? Scream once for yes, I may enter your mind, and twice for no. Great. Out of my way, bees.
Have so much flavor, style, and creativity. It's always fun to just jump into a new level. My only issue about them are they're just a little too short. The game is long enough, no, and the levels do vary, but when you're speaking on entering minds and how you have to be careful on what you change because it could change the person and how the world flips around and reality gets lost, you just want more. It just reminds me of Inception. You don't need to play the original to enjoy this one, but it will help you engage in this world if you did, which I did recently. Check it out on my channel. Shameless plug right there. The story flows and helps encourage you to keep playing. It's always about Raz's interest in being a psychonaut, while his family have other goals in mind for him. I won't speak too much regarding the story, but an introduction on the mole and the ranks brings a sense of mystery to the story now.
Wow. Now that's vital information.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh, Basil. What's happening, baby?
A lot is happening, Foxy. Dr. Evil has escaped. The good news is that one of our agents has managed to infiltrate Dr. Evil's organization.
Excellent, Basil. We've been trying for years to get a mole inside Dr. Evil's lair. We now have that mole.
Yes. Ah, and here he is.
So you're the...
Most excellent agent we've ever seen.
Yes, most excellent agent we've ever seen. Thank you.
Issues I have is how you can only equip 4 powers at a time when you'll be needing to swap between more than 4, especially towards the later levels, and how the game still has issues with pacing, even if it's not as much as the first. This game's issues are mostly in the gameplay, small problems that break up the action when certain enemies are weak against certain powers or some parts of the platforming. You'll see yourself swapping between powers, which I feel is just dated nowadays. The figments are cool and make a return. The attention to detail to adding different figments that match the theme of the level, but collecting them slows down the pacing, and at some point you're going to just want to start ignoring them. Well, at least just the first playthrough. Obviously on a 100% playthrough, I believe they're needed. Bosses are an improvement, and unlike the first, are so specific and you don't know what to do, so you got to look it up. Pretty much the combat drags the game down. At the end, I found myself not enjoying it. It's too basic and janky for what they throw at you. It needed more work.